have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order.
Satan does have plans for a one-world government, and you have to control the money.
Illuminized Masonic symbolism is all over America. On the back of the dollar bill on the left-hand side above the pyramid it says Annuit Coeptus, which means our enterprise is now a success, or a crowned success. So what enterprise does it mean? Well, Novus Ordo Seclorum near the bottom, Novus meaning new, Ordo is order, Seclorum is where we get our word secular, meaning the world. So it means new order of the world, simply new world order. So what it's saying is the new world order is now a crowned success. This was put on the dollar bill in 1934. 1934 is when the Federal Reserve took total control of the United States monetary system. The Fed is essentially controlled by two Illuminati bloodlines, the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a 32nd degree Scottish Rite Mason, placed the seal on the dollar bill. Roosevelt was also in the Order of the Nobles of a mystic shrine known for its satanic rituals. The pyramid has 13 steps. In fact, the number 13 is on the bill everywhere. 13 leaves on the olive branch, 13 berries, 13 stripes on the shield, 13 arrows, 13 stars, 13 letters on E pluribus unum, and 13 letters in Annuit Coeptus. Now some people believe 13 is on the bill due to the 13 colonies, but dig a little bit deeper and you'll find the real answer. The 13 colony explanation is subliminal, indirect, reverse psychological propaganda. That's how these people do things. We must go back to the first occurrence of the number 13 in order to discover its key significance. It occurs first in Genesis 14 verse 4. It says 12 years they served Kedorlaomer, and in the 13th year they rebelled. These people are rebelling against the divine natural order, and Adam Weishaupt was a rebel as well. The other half of the meaning comes from Fritz Springmeier. 13 also represents the 13 top Illuminati families that he traced back to the late 18th century and the early 19th century. He is credible, and that's why he was framed by the government and thrown in a cage. 1776 is in Roman numerals near the bottom. Some think it's because of the founding of the country. Another case of subliminal, indirect, reverse psychological propaganda. 1776 is when the Illuminati was formed. The New World Order. Another striking fact is that the eagle has 32 feathers on the right wing, the number of ordinary degrees of the Scottish Rite. There's 33 feathers on the left wing, representing the 33rd degree. The tail has 9 feathers, which represents the 9th degree of the York Rite. The eagle itself is a prominent icon in Masonry, extensively used in the Scottish Rite. Now, the elite of the world, such as Bilderbergers, high-level Masons, CFR attendees, and Trilateral Commission attendees, all meet up with each other once a year at a place called the Bohemian Grove. The Grove is a 2,700-acre secluded area in the woods of Monterey, California. The fact is, there is irrefutable evidence that satanic ritual goes on inside the Bohemian Grove. Here is a photo of Masonic coffin ritual being performed in front of a shrine of the devil. Now, a documentary filmmaker and radio talk show host from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones, snuck into the Bohemian Grove in the year 2000 and filmed this satanic ritual, known as the cremation of care. Notice the 50-foot stone idol. Notice the red, black, and white robes. Notice the fire and the satanic sacrifice. Now, there's a debate on what the idol represents. One camp says it's Moloch, the god of child sacrifice in the Old Testament, due to the nature of the ritual and the sacrifice near the belly of the idol. But in my research I found that it is not actually Moloch. The owl is a symbol of Minerva. You see, Dionysus of ancient Greece is interchangeable with Apollo, and Apollo's counterpart is Athena and Minerva, whose symbol is the owl. Similarly, child sacrifice was also involved in this cult. The owl became an important Illuminati symbol in 1776 and was adapted to the name of the Illuminati degree known as Minervals. In Abe Barrow's book, Memoirs Illustrating the History of Jacobinism, published in 1798, page 582, he writes, quote, Weishaupt had adopted the bird of the night as his emblem, unquote. The owl represents wisdom, so what the elite are doing here is sacrificing something to Minerva, the owl of wisdom, and at the same time getting rid of their conscience and their care. Genesis 2:9 tells us that the tree of knowledge, to which the deceitful serpent falsely attributed the power of imparting the superior kind of knowledge beyond that which God was pleased to give. So the elite want the knowledge that God is not willing to give them, and they are willing to do satanic sacrifice to the false god of wisdom, the owl Minerva, who is in turn the serpent or the devil who offers knowledge. What kind of knowledge could they want? Maybe they want to know how to complete the New World Order Weishaupt started. Either way, Moloch or Minerva worship is satanic. They both have child sacrifice. They're wearing black, red, and white cloaks and practicing idol worship. This Minerva is Satan in disguise. The owl at the Grove is further proof that the Illuminati lives on, since Weishaupt adopted the symbol of the owl from ancient Greece.
Listen, I am a happy member of the Bohemian Grove. I like the folks who come there, and it's really inappropriate for me to talk about the group beyond that. Thank you.
Have you been there for the ceremony with the cremation of care?
Frankly, I don't think that's something I need to talk to you about. This is what's called ambush journalism, and I disrespect you for that as well. So thank you and goodbye.
Been in the ritual?
It's none of your damn business.
Many people who attend the Bohemian Grove are on the news every day, leading double lives. Some of these people include George W. Bush, George H.W. Bush.
What do you want me to talk about? The Bohemian Club? As you say, the Bohemian Club? I've never been to the Bohemian Club, but you ought to go. It'd be good for you. Get some fresh air.
Here's a New Statesman news report that tells us that Bill Clinton has gone to the Bohemian Grove. Bill Clinton is a lying piece of garbage. Now, the Vatican is also involved. The Catholic Church is not Christian. Okay, the Bible was written hundreds of years before the Council of Nicaea. Actually, the Vatican is anti-Christian because they do a lot of stuff that the Bible warns us not to do. On December 12, 1984, Los Angeles Times article, Pope John Paul II said the following: "Don't go to God for forgiveness of sins. Come to me." You see, that goes directly against the Bible, the Word of God.